Good. Well, you're watching the Watchful Citizen, and we're sponsored by the Lancaster County Democrats. My name is Barbara Baier, and our guest today is Toberlin Berger, who has thrown his hat into the city council race, which is exciting. And, you know, you've been talking a lot about your background as a small business owner. What do you think the city could do to help small businesses more?
As I mentioned, possibly partnering more with the colleges, and for those that are just graduating, especially in today's economic climate, I mean, it's a scary venture at any age to start a small business because there's a lot of unknowns. And so with the job market being tough, I'd like to see them encourage people to give them the tools and the resources to maybe make that step. There's a lot of good sources out there. There's the SBA, there's SCORE that has a Lincoln chapter. Again, partnering with local businesses or established local businesses to maybe go out and like I said, encourage those people to give it a try. So.
Good, good. It does create jobs that way. So what do you hope to accomplish on the city council?
Well, I hope to accomplish a good foundation. You know, there are some budgetary concerns, and hopefully to try to correct that. One big thing right now is the South and Bethany Library. The closure of that really, I think, is a scary prospect. And I know that we're in tough budgetary times, and so we need to look for ways to kind of tighten our belt and cut the fat. But at some point, you're going to make a cut that's going to be fatal. And I think we're kind of getting to that point when we start talking about libraries, because you're talking about the vitality of neighborhoods. You know, I understand they're smaller libraries, and they're not as big or as well traveled as the other ones, but I still think they're key, and especially where I'm concerned about the core neighborhoods and keeping the vibrance to those. I think, you know, that is certainly one thing I want to try to save them from the chopping block. And I think, you know, there are ways that can, there's money there that I think can be used at least for the next year or two to at least, if you use the word pardon, give them a pardon for a couple years and see what can be done to restructure the budget or increase tax revenue somehow.
Sure.
And, you know, just during these economic times, try to get them there so that they're saved. And because I know there's overwhelming support to keep these, and that would certainly be one of my top priorities. And then down the line, like I said, you know, working for the more common person. I want to be, you know, I'm not the big real estate developer. I don't have any strings attached. I want to work for, you know, the people that normally aren't represented, that I've never seen on the school board. I'd love to see, or on the city council. I would love to see a cross section of the people, of, you know, female, you know, older, younger, different educational backgrounds. I want to see it across all boards, and I'm just trying to add that to that, and add, you know, be a voice for those people. So.
That sounds very good. Well, tell us a little bit about your campaign, Toby. What kinds of things are you doing?
My campaign is very grassroots.
Good.
I'm actually, I want to give, like I said, give the people their voice back in the city of Lincoln. And I'm actually not taking any financial contributions.
Wow. Or
seeking endorsements. It's my kind of way of saying I'm not beholden to any group or any person. I think it's important that even if there is trust there, a lot of times there lacks trust. And I think right now that's the problem on city councils, that even if they're good leaders, it's a perception that they have this conflict of interest. And I want people to know that that's not going to be me. I'm beholden to one person, and that's the citizens of Lincoln. And so I'm going to be going door to door, talking with people, handing out literature. I'm nothing flashy. I'm nothing, you know, you're not going to see any yard signs or anything like that. So I understand I have a difficult task in front of me, but it's kind of the only way I'd want to run for office, is open and honest.
Well, very good.
So,
do you need volunteers then for your campaign?
Volunteers would be great. And like I said, I'm canvassing neighborhoods, going door to door, so my feet and shoe budget is going to be at the door pretty quick unless I get help. And I've had some great people help me, and so most definitely they can go to Burger for Council, and that's BURGER, FORCOUNCIL, Burger for Council, and they can contact me through there. And you know, if they only have an hour or two to spare to go around their neighborhood, I'd be happy to set them up to go around in their own neighborhood, because also I want to increase, like I said, the neighborhood vitality, and having them go out into their own neighbors and, you know, meet the people that they don't know, and to enhance the relationships with those that they do. And I'd love to be able to provide that opportunity, and also it helped me out a great deal.
Sure, very good.